Hey friends, welcome to episode 3 of my Hitless series. We're playing Stellar Blade on the minimum preset, going for a perfect run on normal difficulty. What did we do last episode? Well, we got a 9-hit PB. In case you missed it, that was episode 2. But I'm going to go ahead and mark that as a PB. And then we're going to reset our splits so that we have a nice clean new set of hit counters here. And yeah, let's jump in. So what have you guys been up to this week? I'm recording this on Monday night. I actually just woke up from a nap. I had one of those post-work, just total collapse. I crashed in bed and I felt a little bit guilty about it, but not too bad. Not why you think. Not because like, oh, I don't want to be taking naps. No, it's because, you know, I don't like to get in my bed unless I've showered. If I have like outside dirt on me, like if I've come from the outside, I have to take a shower before I get in bed. But I didn't feel too bad about doing it today just because my bed sheets are on the way out, so I like to change them every 2 weeks. And so what I did, I just took off my clothes and then jumped in bed to kind of mitigate the dirt. This is how it makes sense in my head. If you do the same thing, let me know. But yeah, I always like to keep my bed sheets as clean as possible, just so that they last longer. Bang, bang. But anywho, okay, nice. Normally, I come up with these episode titles after I record them, but today, dodge that. Today I know exactly what I'm going to call it. I'm calling it Clear Vision, because I wanted to talk about a new monitor I'm buying. Well, I've already purchased it, I should say. Dodge. Or that was not a dodge, that was a parry. Dude, I'm a little bit sleepy. We'll see how I do. But I did, you know, wash my face and stuff. I'm feeling good. Took a shower, washed my face, put on some serum. I use Claire's toner, skin toner. It's like a Korean brand, in case you were curious. Oh, by the way, yeah, we are using a mod for this fusion suit in case you are new and you're just getting here on episode 3. But that is always going to be linked in the description of these videos. Because, yeah, obviously we don't use skin suit here for a variety of reasons. Age restriction, demonetizes my videos, stuff like that. Invites bad comments, so we stick to the fusion suit, which looks amazing. You know, it would be, I've gotten a lot of comments like, man, I wish they would make this an outfit, like as a DLC. And they definitely could. I think it'd be fine. My reasoning thinking, like, before I thought, it kind of makes sense that it's not DLC, right? Because they want it to feel very impactful when you do get the fusion outfit in the game, like in the actual story. 1 and 2, 3. But I mean, at this point, you know, if you charge 99 cents for it, that seems worth it. And if they were worried about it spoiling anybody, I mean, I don't think you can really even tell what's going on with no context. You know, like if you saw it as DLC, I don't feel like you'd be spoiled. He's gonna go ahead and do his charge. So we're gonna go ahead and play Matador here. Do a chain reflection 1. Do a rush chain, that should kill him. Okay, I was 1 bullet off, but it basically killed him. And that's Corruptor. Anyway, so I'm buying a new OLED monitor. It is the LG 27GX700A, and I'm really excited for it just because, you know, this whole year, basically since I got my new graphics card in June, so for, you know, like 5 months, I've been thinking about, man, I would love to get a higher refresh rate monitor. Because what I've been using are LG 27GL850Bs. I have 2 of them. And, you know, it's an IPS monitor, 144Hz. It's nice. I play at 120Hz, though, just for the stream, because YouTube only lets you display 60 FPS. So if I played at 144, it wouldn't look better. It would look worse on stream. It would look even more, you know, frame skippy, where like the frame time is out of sync and it would look a little bit choppier. And you know, I want the max best quality possible. Bam, bam, and 3. Okay. And this is my first time ever treating myself to like a really fancy monitor, so I'm excited. I've only ever bought used monitors, just because for me, monitors are like, you can't really mess them up, so I don't really worry about them, buying them used. Bam. And I mean, the ones that I got were pretty high in the hours. You know, most modern monitors will clock the hours, the runtime basically. But I mean, they're still going strong. And since 1, 2, and 3. Since I spend so much time looking at the monitor that I'm going to be replacing, it made sense in my head to just get a nice one. Not just for like me enjoying the better picture quality, but also like maybe my eyes, it'll help a little bit, potentially. We'll see. Because yeah, these have been serviceable, but I'm going to be only playing games on it. There's like a little concern over OLED with text legibility, but this new, it's called a tandem OLED. It's the 4th generation WOLED, like this tandem technology where there's like 4 layers of RGB. So there's 2 blue layers and then red and green in between them. I don't know, you have to look into it. I don't really understand too much. That's Gigas, by the way. Good Gigas. What's hype about OLED in general, in case you did not know... Wait, why did I reset it? Oh. Whoa, I must actually be tired. Luckily, that kind of mistake did not cost us any hits. If you didn't know, OLED, the benefit of it is that it has extremely high contrast because you can get like perfect blacks since each individual pixel can essentially turn itself off, compared to LED monitors, like LCDs in general, which are all these days are all backlit by LEDs. LCD monitors, liquid crystal displays, they rely on a backlight, which means that you don't really have as great contrast. Your blacks will look gray. And I definitely see that on my IPS monitor here. If it's something really colorful, though, it still looks very good. Like, I have been happy with this monitor, especially because I got them used. But yeah, it was time for an upgrade. And it was like a good Black Friday deal plus. So the monitor, I think by default is like $800 or something. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But then the deal was $550, so $550 US. But then what really threw me over the edge was that it was 1, 2, 3, and 4. There was a deal for $100 cash back through PayPal. I was like, okay, that's enough for me. I'll just do it. I'll do it. Let's go for it. Sadly, it got backwarded, so when I originally paid for it, it said December 1st, and then it randomly got pushed back to December 22nd, so I was like, let me call them. And they told me, oh yeah, it actually was backordered. We're going to be receiving more of them on the 4th, and then it should get to you by the 11th of December. It is November 18th right now, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it does not take longer than that. And that's Stalker. Just keep it simple. Use my Punishing Edge. I've been liking Punishing Edge recently in our Hitless runs. Specifically, I was motivated to start researching Punishing Edge, which is the square beta skill, or the square burst skill, just for Karakuri. Karakuri and her spawns, you know, it's nice having like a very clean option to clean up all the spawns. So we have been using that in Hitless. And yeah, I like it, because traditionally what I've mostly used is Descending Break, because it's like the coolest looking ability for me. And I like how Descending Break lets you dodge attacks because of the verticality on it. But yeah, these days, Punishing Edge is what I'm using. For Hitless, anyway. Here's Juggernaut. If you have an OLED monitor, what do you think of yours? How have you liked the jump from LCD to OLED? Bam, and bam. This is the Repulse. But yeah, that's why I'm calling it Clear Vision. I don't know, that makes sense in my head. Let's go ahead and down him. Good parry on the invisible attack, by the way. I call it invisible just because it comes out really fast. 1, and 2, and dodge. Okay, luckily that was a transitional attack, so it doesn't deal any damage. Let's get out of the fire. Big jump, delay, and dodge. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, I missed my rush there. That was a little bit weird. This is uninterruptible, so just go ahead and do the blink. This is the big overhead. Down him again with Chain Reflection 1. One and 2. One and 2 and 3, 4, delay, end, 5. Oh, I was going for the retribution there, just to see the animation. But we barely killed him. What did I take a hit to? I took a hit to the big jump. Normally what I do for the big jump is I wait until he's back on screen, and then I just react to it. My reactions probably aren't great right now, just because, you know, I worked today, came home, crashed for like 2 hours. Still slightly disoriented, but by the time we get to... I'm hoping, by the time we get to the Spire bosses, I should be more fully conscious. And I was feeling, dude, my mouth was so dry when I got up. I had some water, took a shot of honey, like actually a shot of honey, which is something that I do occasionally on stream in between. Like if you ever see me go to my Be Right Back screen, I'll also sometimes go to use the bathroom, get my water, but then I'll take a shot of honey just to, you know, relax the vocal cords a little bit. It's really soothing. And here's Taki, a soothing boss fight, just because she is so chill. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Delay and blink. In other news, we talked about it a lot on stream, but the new the Valve hardware, the Steam Machine, Steam Controller, version 2, and the Steam Frame, all that stuff looks really cool. I'm excited about it. The only thing that I would be in the market for is the Steam Frame, because, you know, I've always been curious about VR, never experienced it really in depth. So yeah, I would be curious to try out that, but, you know, the Steam Controller would be a novel thing. If it, like, went on sale, I might pick one up just because, you know, the novelty of it, just to play with it. But I love my controllers, like, 1, 2, 3, delay, and 4. Like, I wouldn't see myself ever really using it over my PlayStation 1, 2, over my PlayStation DualSense, Edge, or my Xbox Elite controller, you know? I just don't see that happening. Go ahead and down here. 1, 2, and bam. I got so nervous there, you know why? Because I was doing everything to not trigger the retribution. So I was like, oh damn, I gotta start dodging because I was not paying attention. Here we'll trigger it though. 1, 2. Do our retribution. So yeah, let me know what you think of the Valve hardware. I'm excited because getting the controller into more people's hands will let more people see how awesome the trackpads are, which, you know, I didn't understand until I... 1, 2, 3, delay, end, 4, until I got my Steam Deck. Because they definitely look kind of weird, you know? But they are incredible. The trackpads on Steam Deck and the controller are really good at what they are meant to do, which is emulate a mouse. But not only that, you can also do cool stuff through Steam Input. Steam Input is, if you've never messed around with Steam Input, you can do a lot of things through it. Like, on the trackpad, for example, you could set all sorts of virtual menus and stuff like that, on top of using them for, like, macros or something. But, yeah, Steam Input is awesome. Highly recommend. It was thanks to Steam Input we were able to do our Guitar Hero Challenge run. That was a perfect Taki. Where I played through the entire game, Stellar Blade. We did a New Game Hard playthrough on... Yeah, New Game Hard playthrough on my Guitar Hero Explorer guitar, the white one from 360. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And it was all thanks to Steam Input, because I essentially had to have 2 layouts that I swapped with the... I used an action set swap on the select button to then go between them for aiming and melee, basically. That was a really fun playthrough. At some point, I gotta edit down like a highlights video of it for people who have not seen it, you know, in case there's folks who are new to the channel. They might not have seen all my challenge runs, because I don't have YouTube videos where I kind of condense them, you know? I just have the streams. And yeah, the Steam Deck is also great. 1, 2. I'm also excited about the Steam Machine just because, you know, it'll... Number one, people who want to get into PC gaming, they'll have this awesome option, entry-level option, which should have really good performance, just thanks to the nature of 1 and 2, 3, the nature of how efficient Steam OS is. But then, you know, even more people will be able to emulate stuff, and I'm all about that, you know? I'm all about old games. I've been playing a lot of my... I like to play on, like, actual hardware these days. Bang, bang. Like, I've been playing a lot of PS2, which I talk about all the time on stream. Dodge. On my 27-inch CRT behind me. But the Steam Deck is really good for emulation, and the Steam Machine will be even better for emulation, so that's fantastic. Luckily, that does not deal damage. Dodge. 1, 2. Let's go for a shield breaker here. So yeah, I'd recommend EmuDeck on If you are looking to getting a Steam machine, I recommend EmuDeck. It's just a really easy installation, and really clean once you have it all set up. 1, 2. Go ahead and down him just to be sure. I did not want to lose the retribution there. Dodge that. Let's get in there. Charge. Okay, this is good so far. Oh, that was barely not a hit. That's crazy. I can't believe I didn't take any damage. I must have been like a frame away. But hey, I'm not going to complain about it. Again, slow reaction times, man. It's no joke. But hey, I'm happy to just even playing in suboptimal conditions. Like, you know, I just woke up from a nap, whatever. Not all there yet. We're getting there. But it's good just because, you know, you're not always going to be playing in perfect conditions. And if you limit yourself to like, oh, you know, I don't want to play this game because I don't feel 100%. Well, you're going to just miss out on playing in general. Just play the game. Just enjoy it, you know? I used to be that way. I say this from experience because when I was hardcore playing StarCraft 2, if I was like, you know, I don't know, I had a slight headache today. I'm not going to do ranked today. I'm not going to do ladder. When in reality, I was just scared. I had like ladder anxiety. Eventually, I stopped caring, but definitely, you know, I could have played more if I wasn't so worried about like, you know, I'm not playing at my best. You know, that's a more extreme example because playing StarCraft is like, you really do want to be there you want to be all there mentally, but you can still, there's still value to be had even if you're not fully present. Like if you're playing on autopilot, you know, you rehearse your macro, improve your mechanics, you can still see things. So basically, I think it's like a pessimistic point of view if you think that since you're not playing at your optimal, like, you know, your fullest, you still can't get something out of the game. Because you could always see something crazy that you've never seen before, just get more knowledge about the game and stuff like that. Which is what we're doing here. Maybe we'll see something that we've never seen before, you know, I don't know. I mean, the other day, what stream was it? It was recently. But Pieta had clipped it in chat. They clipped it. I had a blink. I blinked Stalker, and then I got grabbed anyway. It was very weird. So, and I posted it in the Discord too. And bang, bang, and 4. Under bugs and glitches if you wanted to see the clip I'm talking about. But yeah, I did a blink on Stalker. The blink went through. 1, 2, and 3. And I got hit anyway. So strange. Let's go ahead and charge some bursts. Oh, even more bursts. It's like they heard my call. Thank you, Karakuri. But yeah, for me, my Steam Deck, the natural evolution was... Oh, don't do that. I went from Steam Deck... So... Hold on, okay, let's focus here. 1, delay, and 2, 3, and 4. I was interested in my Steam Deck to just play games that I normally would not play at my desktop. And it's made my relationship with gaming a lot better. 1 and 2, delay, and 3, 4. Because playing more casually, you know, I feel I just get more enjoyment out of gaming these days. Having a Steam Deck to just like play some games a little bit before bed, where I'm playing stuff that I wouldn't sit down to play. For example, Persona 4 I've been enjoying a lot. I couldn't see myself ever sitting down to really play that in bed. Or rather, at my monitor, you know, like sitting in my chair and like just sitting there reading dialogue. But the thing is, in bed, oh my gosh, it's a wonderful game. 2 and 3. What it really is, it's a good couch game too, if you can play it on TV. Because it's so much reading, so much just chill. That something about playing at my desk is just a little bit too, not formal, but I guess it's kind of, maybe just is physical commitment what I'm looking to say. It's kind of a lot of physical commitment. It's that one extra layer of, oh, I gotta do this, so I don't feel like playing actually. But if it's right there, just in your hands, basically, it's frictionless. You just turn it on, it has quick start if you put it to sleep and didn't shut it off. Just jump in, play for an hour. If I'm gonna, like, I guess what it is if I'm playing at my PC at my desktop, if I'm only gonna play for 30 minutes or an hour, I'm like, it's not even worth turning it on. I don't even want to turn it on, you know? It's kind of like that. Like, I don't even want to connect my controller. But if it's like a quick 1-second thing, yeah, I'll knock out 30 minutes of Persona. You know, do a few days, do a little bit of dungeon grinding, whatever. So stuff like that. Also, Steam Deck, of course, is great for any indie game, any kind of 2D. I really like the controls. I like the way the D-pad feels. And I'm assuming that the Steam controller will have the exact same D-pad. So I like my D-pad just a little firm. Like, PlayStation is also very good. But like for games where it's like dedicated D-pad, where I just want a D-pad, I like when it's a little bit firm, and it's a little bit firm like that. So if you like a firmer D-pad, bang, bang. Oh, that was 2 blocks? Oh my gosh, hold on. Don't worry, I'm going to count the hits. Rest assured, I'm going to count the hits, but I'm going to do this again just for myself. I'm going to do this again just for myself because, yeah, that felt really silly. Hold on, we know demo crawler. I'm going to lock in and do this. And then once we get into the rhythm of the fight, I'll talk about whatever I was talking about. Retro gaming. I wanted to talk about my CRT experiences since I just got some new cables. But first, let's get into demo crawler. Let's get into the fight. Because this is one where I can lose focus, as you can see I just did. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, both hits connected. That's wonderful. 1, 2, 3. And blink. Hit him with one of these. And one of these. And some of this. Oh, he ran away. 1, 2. Alright, so far so good. Here's phase 2. I'm going to charge a tiny bit of burst. Always take advantage of these phase transitions and just keep attacking to charge some beta or whatever you want. Dodge that. Go into a Chain Reflection 1. Unfortunately, he still had some invincibility, so he didn't take all the damage. 1, 2, and 3. Down him. Keep charging. Oh, nice shield break. 1, 2, and 3. Get some more damage in. Do one of these. Oh no, I think I might die. I'm alive. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, that's brutal. To be honest, I think that counts as 1 hit. What do you think? I mean, yeah, technically I took like 6 hits, but it was a combo. I got grabbed once. I don't know, like if we're doing full game runs and I got shot by a machine gun, like the machine gun turret guys, early on in Spire, I count each hit individually. But I'm gonna count it as 1 grab. Because otherwise I'll think, what the hell, I had a really bad demo crawler, when it wasn't bad. I was just confused. 1 and 2, 3. So demo crawler was the one to screw us up, huh? Alright, okay. 1, 2. Damn it doesn't want me to talk about retro gaming. 1 and 2, 3. I see you, demo, I see you. Nice. I wish I could aim cancel during these phase transitions too. That'd be so convenient. Just so I could attack even faster. Okay, there we go. 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead. Do the retribution. 1. Hit him with an aerial chain. Alright, so this will put us close to phase 3. I was talking about how I went from a Steam Deck, interested in emulation, rather playing PS2 on my Steam Deck more casually, into just getting a nicer CRT. That's just what I ended up doing. So I got a much nicer CRT TV. I went from a 13-inch to a 27-inch, and I mention that because I just got my HD Retrovision cables yesterday, and man, these things are incredible. 2 and 3. I love them so much. I'm very happy with the purchase. You know, they were $35, but hey, I think it's worth it considering I can use them on my PS3 as well. Yeah, HD Retrovision. Big thumbs up. Like, I was just playing a bunch of Budokai 1 the past few days. And 3. I played through the whole campaign, just the story mode. And it was awesome, man. The game still looks so pretty. It blows my mind. Like, I definitely thought it looked amazing as a kid. Oh, why did I jump that? I guess I was thinking it was going to be the, 1, 2, and 3. I probably thought that was going to be the shockwave. No big deal. I'm going to chalk it up to just me being kind of exhausted. Dodge and blink. But it's all good. We can have a better next fight. He tried to get away from my bullets. Sorry, demo. Can't do that. Can't escape me. Okay, let's clean it up. Hey, we're at 5 hits. Oh, don't die. If we want a PB, I still got 4 hits to spare. This is going great as far as I'm concerned. Have a little bit more water. Just to alleviate my cotton mouth. Alright, hell yeah. Next up we got UN. Historically, a boss that I always take a bit of damage on just because they have a lot of variety in their attacks. Maybe the most variety, potentially, out of any boss. You know, I've never gone and counted it, but I could. But it feels like they've got a lot of variety, you know? Especially once you get to phase 2 and they can... Especially in phase 3 when they can mix you up. You know, do a transition into... Like, they can do something, and then... They can option select between 2 different combos, whatever they want. So, let's see how we do. I just realized, by the way, I'm still playing on Italian. Our last playthrough, we did it on Italian. 1, 2, and 3, 4. There's the tar pits. 1. Probably gonna do her 3 string. Oh, yeah, there it is. 1, 2, 3. Double jump. 3 attacks. Land. And blink. Okay, excellent. 1, back up. And 2, 3. But I want to talk about a tradition that I like to do around Christmas time. And if anybody else does this, let me know. I think it's a really fun thing to do, which is I like to play games that I got on Christmas as a kid. 1 and 2, dodge. On, like, around Christmas time. So, one that came to mind recently was... And actually, speaking of Christmas traditions, there's a couple things I like to do. I like to watch Batman Returns. The one with the Penguin. Danny DeVito is the Penguin. I think it's Returns. The one that's Christmas time. 1, 2, 3. Or I like to watch Die Hard, the first one. Those are 2 Christmas movies that I always like to see. And then besides that, if I can, I like to play a game that I got for Christmas as a kid on Christmas. So the one that came to mind recently was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 specifically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land, dodge. Okay, nice. Because I just remember how incredible it was opening up the package, opening up my Christmas gift, and seeing that holographic cover with Vegito, which is my favorite fusion. Oh my gosh, it blew my mind. So yeah, I was like, let's just play all the Budokai. So I started with 1, you know, which I liked a lot as a kid. 1 and 2 and 3, delay, and 4, 5. Because the nice thing about Budokai 1, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1, is that it does a good job of retelling the story. And at the time, it was... What was sick about that is that... Oh, I should have just done a triplet. Whatever. What was sick about that is that, you know, it wasn't really easy to just go and watch the anime whenever you wanted. You could only really watch it on Toonami. Right? So you would just have to know when it was on. And... make sure you're available. Like, watch it right after school, whatever. But with the game, with Budokai 1, you could experience only up till Cell Saga, but you could experience the story, right? Whenever you wanted. So that was awesome, because the cutscenes are really cool. They didn't really do cinematic cutscenes ever again in the Budokai series, as far as I know. Because 2 and 3 don't really have that at all. They have a much more minimalistic approach to the story. Just go ahead and down her. Chain Reflection 1. No, okay, luckily I didn't commit right away. I didn't do the actual Chain Reflection part, just the Reflection 1. Because it would not have connected. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Jump. Land. 2-hour blink. Do a shield breaker. 1, 2, and 3, 4. I almost botched that completely. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking I would be cute and I could interrupt with Descending Break. Not Descending Break, with Punishing Edge. It did not work. Luckily, though, we did not get punished. So, hey, better lucky than good. That's what I always say. Cool, that was a serviceable UN. I'm happy with that. Anyway, so I'm going to play Budokai 2 on Christmas. I'm looking forward to it. And then I'll play some 3. 3 is the only one that I had played more recently, because it was my favorite growing up. If you have a favorite Dragon Ball Z game, please let me know. I love talking about, you know, Dragon Ball in general, but like, the games are awesome. I know a lot of folks love Tenkaichi 3, which I own a copy of. I'm going to try that out too, because I never liked the Tenkaichi games as a kid. But as an adult, as a kid I only had Tenkaichi 1, and I was like, I'm kind of off of it. I'll just keep playing Budokai 3. As an adult though, you know, I got Tenkaichi 3, which my friends tell me is like the best one. But I'm just going to try out all of them again. I'm going to try out Tenkaichi 1 again, see how I feel about it. And hey, maybe they improved it over, you know, from 1 to 2 to 3. I'm sure they made improvements. Like they did in the combat from Budokai 1 to 2. Huge gap there. And then 3 is just the best outside of Dragon Rush. Dragon Rush can be a little bit annoying. I do remember playing through the campaign like a few years ago and just thinking, damn, why is everybody Dragon Rushing me so hard? Speaking of which, the difficulty on Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1 is so hard. By default, it sets it to weak. Weak is the easy mode. But I was like, we don't gotta do that. I'll play on normal. And oh my gosh, the final bosses are so crazy. Frieza and Cell, when they're in their perfect forms, are so hyper aggressive. They're crazy, and they set you down 1 health bar under the bosses, which just makes them even more hard. But like, oh my, I was struggling so much on Cell in particular, where I would just like, he would start the fight and then immediately down me, and I would lose my Super Saiyan 2 as Gohan, right? But then, if you get low enough on Ki, your energy, he just starts taunting you. Like, if you're close-ish to dying, he'll just start taunting you, and when he taunts, it lowers your energy by 1. So I was just like, what the hell? This man is doing combos? He was doing combos, like I was getting juggled. He was doing like charge attack combos. I was like, what the hell? This is the AI? And they're doing all this? It's kind of a lot, isn't it? Anyway, actually, hey, I'm learning. I finished my points that I wanted to talk about, and then I jumped into the boss fight. 1, 2, and 3. You know, a little focus goes a long way, I guess, right? I hope she does a blink here. Dodge. 1, okay, nice. I'm just playing it really simple here. I'm trying to keep it as safe as possible. I don't really want to take 1, 2, and 3. I don't really want to take any extra risks, so we're not trying to do anything stylish here. 1, 2, and okay, nice. Overhead. Dodge. I mean, I try to be a little stylish, but I'm not like making a combo video, you know what I mean? So I can be safe in some situations where normally I'd go for a little bit clash. I'd go for a little bit extra risky stuff, like in a speedrun or something. We're not doing that here. Just the most consistent play possible. 1, okay. 1, 2. I'm gonna let this happen. 1 and 2. 1, 2. Perfect. I could see phase 2 was coming, and I wanted to prime up the retribution. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and down her with chain reflection 1. And if I can, nah, I'm worried about Tempest, so I'll just let her get up. 1, okay. I was kind of worried about Tempest there. She's definitely gonna do it when she wakes up here, but I've got some burst energy on deck. In fact, let's try to break her shield when she does Tempest. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delay and unblockable. 1, 2, and 3. Down her. She's not... Okay, now she'll do Tempest, I think. Right here. There it is. Oh, I just didn't... I just pressed it extremely late. Whoops. Man, that's brutal. I'm not sure what I was waiting for there. You can press, when you play on minimum difficulty, it's extremely generous. It does give you basically a full skill tree. So you have reflex boost. You can dodge it a little bit early and it's fine. So that's a little silly, but I guess we're just going to have to essentially no-hit her twice in a row. 1 and 2. Which, hey, we've done before. 1, 2, back up. 1 and 2. 1, 2. You know what's a shame about that though? Is that it was going so well with like how 1 and 2. I liked how the retribution worked out for that fight. That was cool. Ah, well, in the past now. Short-term memory, short-term memory. 1 and dodge. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. 1. 1 clash. Excellent, actually. Save on her balance. I don't want to get her balance too low because I'm getting kind of nervous that it's going to run out. 1, 2. 1 and dodge. Dodge, dodge. Okay, nice. I had to interrupt that, had to go for it. Luckily, it worked out again. Cutting it close. We're cutting it close as hell. Just do the Tempest early, woman, please. There it is. Dodge. Now I did it extra early. We died to Tempest twice. Wow, this is how the run ends. Hey, did you predict this would happen? Maybe you did. Maybe you did. In episode 0, I was like, hey, what do you think the highest number of hits we'll ever get on a run is? Please comment. Well, let me know, because, I think it's fun to predict that kind of stuff. In a lot of blind playthroughs that we've done, a few of them, like maybe like 3 or 4, we would keep a death counter, and I like to always ask, hey, what do you think we're going to end up at? And then I write them down, and then we check in the final episode. And what I find is that usually people are very, they have a lot of faith in me. 1 and 2. I end up like doubling death counts just because of my nature, where I like don't care about my life, you know what I mean? And I think part of that is just for, I always played 1 and 2, like growing up when I played like multiplayer games with my friends. I always like playing the support guy. It's my favorite role. 1, 2, and 3. So like in Gears of War, for example, or whatever, I was happy to be like the fall guy, right? So I would just end up dying a lot because, I didn't care about my life essentially. Instead of protecting your life, where if you were maybe like the main slayer or something, you want to stay alive as long as possible. 1 and 2. 1, 2, clash. Good. We can do a few more parries, though. It's going decent. 1, 2. And you know what's good about this, too? 1 and 2. Here's another positive spin on this. Bang, bang. Is that I'm going to be streaming Stellar Blade tomorrow. And we're getting a bunch of Raven practice in right now. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, here's phase 2 for the 3rd time. 3rd time's a charm, right? Down her. Do the Tempest early. Let's just get this out of my system. 1, okay. 1, alright. I was really expecting the Tempest. She didn't do it. But after this Retribution, she should wake up in Tempest. Let's go, Raven. Alright, can I break her shield? Let me just attack her, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delay and unblockable. I'll down her. Okay, Tempest. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Delay and 5. Down her again. Stop being so stingy, Raven. Let's go. You know the drill. 1 and 2. She's still not doing it. Where's the Tempest? 1, 2, and 3. Is she pitying me? There it is. Dodge. Okay, nice. Alright, we got it. To be honest, I think I could have killed her there without a Tempest, which is very rare for me. A Tempest is like guaranteed every phase 2. If the fight goes long enough, she can do it as many times as she wants. I think back during the No Camps challenge run, we had to dodge Tempest like 5 times, I want to say, over the course of the fight, because, you know, it was a long fight. It was like 15 minutes long in total. But that is Raven. So, hey, we got Providence next. And I can still PB. We're at 7 hits. We can still PB. Wow, we really took a lot of hits on Demo Crawler. It was really that kind of rough opening where I got hit twice in the first combo. And then I got grabbed, and then something else happened. I don't remember what else it was. I think I traded with a... I think I was being greedy, and I traded with an attack that I didn't really want to. Anyway, here's Providence. Bang, bang. 1. Nice, both of those attacks connected, hell yeah. 1, 2, delay, and 3, and 4. I gotta mix in some shield breakers. I'll mix in shield breaker after this next attack. 1, 2, okay, right here. Nice, both hits connected, I love that. Charge some burst. 1. This is the repulse, I love that. You know I love that. Get some more damage in. He'll probably do the rush. The fly through. Yep. Interrupt that. 1. One, 2, delay, and 3, and 4. Hit him with one of these. And there's phase 2. I'll charge some more energy. Stand back a little bit and just watch for the blue. Oh, I did it a little bit early. It's okay, though. I'll do a Chain Reflection 1 just to get phase 2 started. One, delay, and blink. This attack is really throwing you a bone because it charges your burst completely, you know? It really is amazing. I'll save 20 shots. Nope, don't do that. Stay on me. 1, 2. More of that. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, I'm not... That should have been the Retribution, damn it. Let's go ahead and get the triplet. No! Give me one more parry. Thank you very much. That's actually quite nice. I think we just skipped the insta-kill. I think we did. Oh, if I can just get in there with an anything. Oh yeah, we got it. Oh my gosh, no! I thought it was over. He's doing it anyway? I guess you can't... Maybe you really can't. I'm not sure. I think you can. But that's a shame. Oh well. That's not a big deal. Hey, it's still gonna be a PB, right? It's still a PB. Add my 1 hit. It's gonna be an 8-hit PB. Okay. Barely PB'd. But progress is progress. And hey, the stuff, like where we took damage was... Some of it was a bit nonsensical, you know, I feel pretty good about that, overall. And with that, I'm gonna go to bed. I want to go to sleep as soon as possible. Go ahead and walk around that, down him. Oh, I didn't lock on, whoops. Because, yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm just going to upload this video right away. Normally, I would release it for members and then make it public like a day later. But in this case, since, you know, I meant to really record this, I meant to upload it really on yesterday, Sunday. I've just been having too much fun playing with my PS2. I didn't record another episode until today, Monday night. So I'll just put it up right away. And it's 2 a.m. right now, dude. I'm going to sleep right away. I'm going to sleep. But thank you guys so much for watching. We got a new PB. Let's go ahead and record that. Happy about that. And, you know, this last week was decent for PBs as well. Record as PB. Because, check it out. Here is our PB from doing online, like on my streams. This is the last PB that we got, 4 hits. I was happy about that too. But alright, right on. 8-hit PB. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.